This is a very quick um, instructional video for doing the project with all of the dates for the Moo lecture. So it should just take no time at all. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, I'm screen sharing. So now what I want to do is I want to go to right the Moo. Okay, so here's what we did. We already introduced our first question, which was this question. If you watch the whole video, click on true. And you go down and you scroll down. The default mark is 10. That's fine. The correct answer is true. And an incredibly important part of this is right here. If you have watched the whole video, click on true. And then so this is introduction is the name of the lecture. Let me show you that so that you can see it. Introduction right there. Okay. So that's where you're coming from. Now what you're doing is you're going over to here and you're copying this right here, just copying it, which is a little bit difficult to do. So I just right clicked on it and copy. Oh, I know what to do, I think. I right clicked on it and then select all. Nope, that didn't work. Forget that idea. That was a bad idea. Um, let's see what happens if you copy. So you're going to go back over here and you're going to go up to here. This is the link. And you're going to put the URL that we might have copied. And we did. This is it. How do I know? Because there it is. And here it is here. And you're going to change this to introduction. And you're going to open it in a new window. Very important. Open in a new window. There's the URL, there's the title, and you create the link. And now we don't need this anymore. Just delete it. So they're going to click on introduction, and that's going to be their video. Okay. And okay. And so correct answer is true. And what's so important in this is you recognize the fact you are working one quiz with 4 questions. It's one quiz with 4 questions. There's your first question, which is the introduction question. And let me show you that. Here it is, introduction. Now you're going to go to introduction to the something, has the word M, letter M. So I'm going to add another question. One quiz with 4 questions. Each week is its own quiz, just one quiz. This is a true and false. I select true and false, and I add it. Okay, question name is, and I'm going to paste this. I had an introduction to the new perspective. And notice I came over here and did that. I copied that. Now, the question text is the same. So I'm going to do this. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do right click, paste without formatting. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of this because I wanted to have here, I'll do this. Now notice it says Introduction to the New Perspective. So because I selected all of this over here, it comes up here, and that's what we want. Now I go back to the spreadsheet, and I go to, I move over using the arrow key, is much better. Move over to this, and I do a copy. Notice that's the URL. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go to here and paste it. And this is a URL. There it is. Open a new window. Update link. Okay. Now, I don't have to do anything else, but let's do the correct answer. Have to have that. You always have to do the correct answer. It's kind of annoying, but save changes. Each week is its own quiz. Each quiz has 4 questions. Each question deals with one of the MOOC lectures. So far, we have 2, and I'm going to do something here if I can. I really want these to be right next to each other. So I'm going to go back here again, and I'm going to click on Add a New Question. 1 quiz, 4 questions. Each question is true and false. Here you go. All right. So I'm going to get the question name from the spreadsheet. And this is Romans 1, 2 through 5. And I'm going to paste it in the question name, Romans 2, 1 through 5. But I'm also going to paste it here. And when I pasted it, I need to tell you, when I pasted it, I hit the Control key, the Shift key, and the V key. And what that does is it pastes it without the box from the spreadsheet, which is annoying. Now I'm going to select this. If you remember, I select this. I go to here. Notice it's already there. And now I'm going to open in a new window, and then I go to the spreadsheet, and I move the arrow across. I copy, I put it over here, I dump it here. And I update the link. And now this, you can see it's a hotkey. It's set up as a link. So it's good to go. I'm going to go down here. Remember, we always change it from false to true. We save our changes. All right, now we have 3 questions. And we need 1 more to make it complete. So I go back to add. We're only doing 4 questions per week. 1 quiz per week, 4 questions per week. And you notice that that was, again, true, false, add question name. I'm getting my question name from the spreadsheet. Question is Romans 1, 16, and 17. There it is in the spreadsheet. And again, we're going to do the same thing we did before. Oh, we did the same thing. We put it right here. Oh, see, I forgot. I didn't do what I said to do, which is to um, Control Shift V. And that gives me this without the box. I highlight this again. I click here. I go to open in a new window. Make sure I don't forget that. And then I go to the next one over here. I copy that URL. do that update link, and now we're good to go. I come down here, got the video there, come down here. Correct answer is true. Okay, so now you've got it. And you notice you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there are 4 questions, 1 quiz, 1 week. 1 week has 1 quiz with 4 questions, and you add the questions here, but we're not going to add any because we've added all we need because we have the 4, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the quiz. No, I'm not. I'm not going up to the quiz. I'm going up to tiles. And that's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. However you get there, you want to get back up to the tiles again, which takes a while. Okay, I hope this makes sense. You're gonna do this for 6 weeks, is it? I think it's 6 weeks or 7 weeks. 6 weeks. All right, so here you go. So now, I don't know why I did that, but it brought me to the next numbers 5 to 8. So I don't have to go through all I just went through. So again, you're going to start. I think I'm going to show you this first, though. So what's going to happen is you're going to do what we just did. 1 week, 1 quiz, 4 questions. And the questions always are true. Okay, and then here we go. Starting in week 10. Our week 10 is now complete. Notice again, it's 1 quiz, but there are 4 questions in the quiz. So it's going to do the same thing as it did for you. And then notice here, you're going to do the same thing here. You can add an activity. It's going to be a quiz. You're going to go and you're going to set the dates for the quiz, which the due date is the 25th of April. And you're going to do that. Then you're going to add questions. 1 week, 1 quiz, 4 questions. The questions are all true, false questions. Okay? I'm sure that makes sense. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me say that over and over again, but it's extremely important to get that. And you didn't have that. Okay, so that's all that is to there. So I'm just going to say goodnight.